If I offered you a cookie, would you take it? Well, of course you would. I would, everybody would, because we all love cookies. Well, today I wanted to talk to you about the pro-life reward system. This is Mother Nature's cookie that she gives to you when you do something pro-life. Sex. Sex is an example of something that's pro-life, where Mother Nature gives you a big orgasmic reward and dopamine dump in the brain when you do it. Other examples would be when you eat carbohydrates, because carbohydrates give your body fuel, and you need fuel for life. Well, interestingly, our bodies have developed over time. We've evolved to create these chemical concoctions in the brain when we do something that is specifically pro-life. And if we do something that's against life, like we hurt ourselves, then we get some sort of penalty for that. Like if I stub my toe, it's gonna hurt. Pain is the penalty system that Mother Nature has developed to remind us not to do certain things. An example would be if I were to drop this little stone statue on my toe, I'm gonna get penalized for that because that is against life. That is against the rules of life. Now it's interesting to think of life this way because it creates this rule system that you can understand, that you can comprehend. And then you start to think about like all the things that I do in life where I get some sort of dopamine release into the brain. And you can ask yourself, is this something that's pro-life? And you'll start to see that the connections are there. All the things that you do in life that bring you some sort of dopamine release, a positive release, a chemical concoction gets released into your brain, it makes you feel good, are generally pro-life. So if Mother Nature is giving out cookies for people who consume carbohydrates, what about fats? I should be getting the same dopamine release for fats. In fact, fats are healthier for you than sugar. So why don't I get that same reward system like if I were eating a cookie or a cake or something like that, which are actually bad for you? I'm talking about ketogenics. I'm talking about where you substitute something like sugar or carbohydrates for more healthy fats, plant-based fats like coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, also things like nuts, like pecans and macadamia nuts. These are like 90% of my fuel source comes from fats. I do not consume sugar at all. I have about 15 to 20 grams of sugars per day, and that's not very much. That's very little. In fact, all of that comes from plants. All right, well, here's the answer. Although I am not getting instant gratification rewards from Mother Nature for consuming fats, I do get a reward. It's just rather than being instant gratification, it's more delayed gratification. It's delayed by about 3 days, in fact, but the reward is actually significantly better than that little instant gratification that I get from eating a cookie or something like that. So what is the reward? The reward is I get mental clarity, focus, and mental energy that just never goes away. So I feel amazing, amazing, amazing. I get all sorts of benefits from it. I just don't get that dopamine release that you would get from eating a cookie. But not a bad trade-off. What about drugs, you ask? Drugs is one example where humans have hacked the biological system that we're a part of. Sneaky bastards. We always have to figure out a way to ruin a good thing. I don't know. The truth is that we love these dopamine releases so much that we want to hack our biology so that we get more of them. But there's always a trade-off anytime you do anything that's against Mother Nature. These would be things like cocaine or ecstasy or these different drugs that are produced for profit, and they actually kill people and hurt people very badly, but intentionally created to create dopamine releases in the brain. So these are bad. These are not Mother Nature. These are humans that have figured out how to hack the body and the life experience. So when it comes to drugs and things like that, we're tricking our bodies to give us a positive reinforcement for something that's actually really bad for us. And that spells trouble. The next time that you get a dopamine release when you're not taking illegal narcotics, I want you to ask yourself, is it coming from a pro-life activity? And I bet you the answer is going to be yes. So there you have it, guys, just for today, an interesting topic for you to think about. Mother Nature's cookie. The Mother Nature's pro-life reward system is in effect, and it affects you every single day. And I know that it sounds pretty simple, but the fact is that it is there. It is part of your biology, it's part of your life, and it's a very central, important part of your life that affects you in so many ways, and you don't even really know it. All you know is that it feels good, do it. If it feels bad, don't do it, right? Which still applies, but this is just a more scientific way of thinking about it. Okay, talk to you all next time.